Think about it, there's probably a language you've been trying to learn, but the more effort you put in, the faster it seems to drift away. You've tried flashcards, grammar drills, maybe a podcast while driving, while working out in a gym, or maybe while doing dishes, but somehow the harder you try, the harder it gets. It feels like you are trying to breathe underwater, like you are stuck in an endless loop. You start to wonder, maybe I'm not cut out of this. Maybe languages are for the gifted, the globetrotters, the naturals. But here is the thing, nothing is farther from the truth. You've probably seen me speaking 10 languages. Sound impressive, right? But the thing is, it wasn't always like this. Today, I'm revealing 5.5 secret tips but powerful strategies that polyglots swear by but almost never talk about. These will help you learn any language faster, deeper, with joy and not exhaustion. Ready to unlock your language superpowers? Let's dive in. First thing first, we need to deprogram the virus, because probably your brain have been working against you, fed by myths like languages are only for the gifted, the globetrotters. You have to live in a country to learn the language. Also, tonal languages, oh my god, that's impossible. This might sound cliche, but never underestimate the power of the stories you tell yourself. They can create you or destroy you. I remember a few years ago when I was in secondary school, I had a friend of mine who was learning Spanish using a book, doing everything alone, but I was very skeptical at that time. I didn't believe it like something that can be possible. I didn't even give it a try. 4 years later, I wrote to my friend, asked the same book. From this seemingly insignificant step, everything changed completely. To make a few things clear, languages are not math problems to be solved. Learning languages doesn't require an IQ of Einstein. It requires emotional commitment, patience, and a good system. Until you wrestle those myths hand to hand, your brain is going to be playing tricks with you every time. And remember, the hardest language to tame is the one in your head. Chances are, like me a few years ago, you think the human brain's main purpose is to help us learn. But this is probably the biggest misconception and arguably the biggest hindrance when it comes to learning. The human brain's main purpose is for survival. And everything not moving in this direction is bound to fail. Your brain resists tasks that feel external. They are so annoying, tiresome, and to the brain, this feels like a serious threat. Once you see the language as a part of your identity, your motivation and memory both improve. This is cognitive dissonance working for you instead of working against you. Your brain craves alignment. If you say, I'm learning Japanese, your brain sees it as a task. But if you say, I'm becoming someone who speaks Japanese, you are not just studying, you are transforming. You are not adding words to your brain, you are rewiring who you are. You are not learning grammar, you are reprogramming your mind. You are learning new patterns of thinking. So instead of saying, I'm learning French, say something like, I'm Frenching up my soul. And it's not foreign when it becomes part of you. So next time, when you sit down to study a language, don't just study. Step into identity. Here is a technical tip. We've been taught to learn languages the way we learn math. Step by step, rule by rule. You know what I mean. But here is a truth I learned the hard way. Languages cannot be studied. They can only be absorbed. Yes, you can study grammar rules, vocabulary lists, pronunciation, but none of that becomes real until your brain feels the language. Like a song you know by the heart, not because you've studied the notes, but because you've lived with it. It emotionally resonates with you and is very relatable. So yes, study a little and absorb a lot. Surround yourself, lose yourself, let it seep in. Because fluence is not earned through effort, it is soaked in through experience. To some who did something like watching TV shows in a foreign language or reading books in their target language, there are many ways. Just be creative. You need to let the language rain on you through music, memes, movies, or even random TikToks. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Your brain is very smart and it builds patterns in the background. So surround yourself until the unfamiliar become familiar. Fluency is a vibe before it is a noun. Ever wonder how actors learn accents? They imitate obsessively. Pick one person who speaks the language, a YouTuber, a podcast, or just an actor, and don't just listen. Become them. Mimic how they speak, copy their hand gestures, repeat their jokes, borrow their gestures, quirks, their poses between thoughts. You are not stealing, you are basically channeling. Ancient philosopher called this MIMESIS, imitation, as path to mastery. Be the actor. Let your mirror neurons do the grammar work. And trust me, your accent, your fluency, everything will improve. It will just skyrocket. You don't need an accent coach. You need accents. Have you seen how when you are watching some TV series, after a certain episode you are very eager to see what's next? Almost everyone knows this feeling of just one more episode. Well, this is something a little bit neuroscientific and psychological. Your brain loves novelty and wins. So always stop your study session on a high note after you've understood something really cool or fun. This leaves your brain craving more. For me, this was something like studying Chungi when I was studying Chinese, studying really complicated tongue twisters in Korean, or maybe using very complicated grammar patterns in my sentence when I was learning German. And theory helped me a lot not to be bothered or bored, but to keep going. I was never bored. I kept learning the languages. And you can do it your own way. Just be creative. Don't study until you are tired. Study until you are inspired. Most learners push till burnout. Flip the script. End on a win, not a whimper. Let your brain beg for next study sessions like Netflix CLIFFHANGER. This is how you build momentum and not burnout. Most people treat learning languages like school subjects. Dry, demanding, and distant. But what if you treated this like a relationship? Languages are culture, emotion, identity, and poetry, and many things. I remember when I started learning Korean, I was doing it as a form of self-therapy. I romanticized the language much, and this language has become part of my identity. I think in Korean, I write my journals in Korean. I feel like I can express more emotions in Korean more than I can do in any other language. So take it like this. When you sit with your Spanish journal, you are not studying. You are writing letters to your future self. Suddenly, it's no longer a chore. It's a gift, it's a ritual. It's a way to fall in love with the person you are becoming. Because every word you learn is a love letter to the person you are becoming. Language is not about perfection, it's about connection. It's not about getting every verb tense right. It's about laughing with someone in a new tongue, crying at lyrics you suddenly understand, feeling at home in a word that once scared you. So start again, but this time from inside out. Not your fear, but your fire. Your next language is not a mountain to climb. It's a mirror of the person you are becoming. It is not just something you learn, it's someone you become. So become that person starting from today. Thank you for watching, and please tell me what you think in the comment section. Which tip helped you the most, or which one are you going to apply right away? And please don't forget liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.